If I'm an elite, my job is to make sure every constituent of mine is weak so that they cannot rebel. Yeah. That's what they do in North Korea.
Hey man,
they starve their people.
That's the plan.
So people don't understand that day and night, right, has a certain duality to it. Like everything goes around in circles. People ask me, Nate, what do you do in the morning to get energy? I'm like, no, what do you do the night before? How do you prep yourself for the next day, right? So your body can't do two things at night, right? If you eat a lot of food, it's either you pass out and you digest the food and your body's working overtime, or you take a pause 3-4 hours before you go to sleep and you potentially drink some teas that help you digest the food better. Why? So when you go to sleep, your body can actually rest. And when you wake up in the morning, you feel rested. But what do people do? People go out at 2 o'clock in the morning, drink a lot of alcohol, eat a lot of food, stuff their face, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, they feel tired. Their body even hasn't finished digesting the food.
Sabotaged
breakfast. They go to Waffle House.
They sabotage literally the next day. Well, let me go drink alcohol and let me then go shove my face with some pancakes and then let me go take some Advil because my head hurts. And let me drink some tap water while I'm at it. Oh, well, now let me take some pre-workout and go lift some bullshit weights. And I got gains, bro. Yeah, but you got gains, but your life is unhealthy, dude.
Yo, that's like when you go out, right? You eat food and you're mad tired, you go to sleep. You're like, why am I tired in the morning? I slept for 8 hours. I slept for 8 hours.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Why do we eat food? Like, what's the purpose of food?
It should be for nutrients, right? Or to fuel the engine?
It's nutrition. It's like a Ferrari operates in a certain way, right? Mm-hmm. If you give the Ferrari diesel and it takes gas, you're gonna fuck it up.
100%.
Like you have to learn that you are a spear within a vessel. Like how do you take
care
of the
machine?
vessel?
You got to take care of the machine. You got to fuel the machine the right way. The system wants to control the machine that you have. The operating system, they want to control it. If you're weak, stupid, dumb, suppressed, depressed, anxious, filled up,
like let's be
no wonder you're not going to oppose anything, dude. No wonder you're not going to question anything. My job isn't to get strong. My job is if I'm an elite, my job is to make sure every constituent of mine is weak so that they cannot rebel. Yeah. That's what they do in North Korea.
Hey man,
they starve their people.
That's the plan. Master plan. Open Up says, y'all heard of gematria? This explains a lot. What is?
I mean, gematria is this idea of utilizing numbers in order to
it's ancient wisdom.
In order to kind of decipher certain things. I'm not very familiar with it. But signs and symbols rule the world, and numbers are symbols.
Very important. So. Let's talk about ladies, because I feel like you guys, on some level, have your own way of thinking. Because obviously, Fresh and Fit, we have our own methodology of how we deal with girls. Yeah. But Luke, I know you have a girlfriend, and Nate, I know you're doing your whole to yourself thing. So could you break down what you do in a sense that you're cool with sharing to the audience?
Yeah. I mean, every relationship that you take on requires energy. Every single relationship that you have expends energy. Why? Because you have to give it attention. So the question is, what do you want to give attention to in your life? Do you want to give attention to women? Do you want to give attention to your business? Do you want to give attention to yourself? Like, what is it exactly that you're trying to satisfy, right? Now, just like any other dopamine pleasure, a lot of people are not actually chasing women. They're chasing the hit. They're chasing the dopamine hit that being with a woman actually gives them, right? So you need to be able to understand and level with that. That's the first part. The second one is it all has to do with your goals. My goal, it's never been my goal to be sleeping with girls 24/7. It's not in me. It's not what I desire. It's not what I like. I'm trying to be successful. I'm trying to achieve certain things. And women can become a massive distraction. Therefore, I'm trying to accomplish certain goals. And if you look at most billionaires are married to one woman. Yeah, a lot of them are degenerates. A lot of them go and do a ton of stuff, but they're not out here hosting 30 relationships. They're not on Tinder all day looking for ass, right? They're focused on building their shit. They're focused on doing their thing. And that's what I came to realize. It's okay. People can have their different opinions. They can have their different perspectives. But I think in the ladder of importance, chasing women, if you're not fully developed, if you don't have your family taken care of, if your parents are broke and they're struggling, that should be the last of your interest.
Sam Bora, hey guys, was wondering how to truly get into crypto. Is there a really good course online? Do you keep all your earnings in one bank account? Thank you.
So you don't need a crypto course. What you need is to start buying crypto books. If you go on Amazon, just buy every book about crypto. Okay. Now read every white paper of the top 10 blockchains. So you'll read the Ethereum white paper, the Bitcoin white paper, the XRP white paper, and read a couple other ones, and get yourself familiarized with stable coins, get yourself familiarized with decentralized finance, and then you'll be able to have at least some sort of information regarding who's
Data points, context.
who's worth listening to and who isn't. Because you're going, to sit under the instruction of somebody. Why do you trust that person? No, you need to equip yourself with as many tools as possible. It's not just one single course. If you think that you're going to find all the truth in one single location on how to do shit, I've been doing crypto for half a decade now. I've been doing crypto for a long ass time, and I have done 0 courses on crypto. And I've made millions off of it. Why? Because I've educated myself on the nature of crypto, how it works, how you utilize it, how to benefit from it in multiple scenarios, whether it's NFTs, whether it's Web3, whether it's trading, whether it's loans, whether it's DeFi, yield pools, whatever it may be. You have a lot of verticals that you can kind of attack, but you got to understand the nature of kind of the crypto space in general. And you can't outsource that knowledge to somebody else. You got to dig deep and start piecing things together. Truth isn't found in one place, found in multiple places. And you got to be able to be intelligent enough to start grouping and putting all the dots together.
Well said. All right, we got Luke here says, Luke, I saw your crazy tweet the other day. My friend wants me to try some shrooms. Should I be careful with unearned wisdom? Also, thanks for inspiring me to do better. And is CHZ a play?
Okay, so that's a lot of questions. So yeah, so basically I told people my story on psychedelic story.
You know what's funny about that too as well? Tanner Fox did shrooms and he had like a whole awakening, and he went from like funny, crazy videos to like, you know what? Business, I'm focused, creating my own office. So I'm like, yo, what's up with shrooms? Where everyone's becoming woke from shrooms.
So what it does is psilocybin, which is the chemical that's inside mushrooms and other herbs and plants that you can consume. What it does is it allows to create new neural pathways in your brain. So in essence, what that means is that the information that you're receiving or that you're channeling, you're processing it in a different manner. So you're going to be able to think and observe the world in a different manner. Now,
so I've heard, just correct me if I'm wrong, that we've been blocked from the foods, the water, the fluoride with our pineal glands, and the shrooms opens up those glands the more and more you use it, and to actually see what's happening in the real world.
Yes and no. So yes and no. So
that's what I heard, guys.
Yeah. So you have your pineal gland, but some people call it pineal gland. I like to call it pineal gland just because it's the choice of lingo that I like to use. There's no wrong and right when you're communicating, as long as your point gets across.
Yeah.
So your pineal gland, basically through fluoride and processed foods, vaccines when you're born prior to the blood-brain barrier being formed, affect your pineal gland. So pineal gland is a little peanut-sized part in your brain that becomes crystallized with calcium. And you can take different chemicals to they call it decalcifization. But you can take haritaki, right? Haritaki is really good. You don't have to go into psychedelics in order to do that. You can avoid drinking, tap water, or water that's fluoridated. And the idea of fluoride, it's not the fluoride that is naturally occurring in the earth. It's not. It's the chemical waste fluoride. That's why when people dump it into the water supply, which was an entire propaganda campaign, right? That's why it's banned in a lot of European countries, is all based off of this idea that it's a toxic chemical. So when they're literally dumping it into the water supply, they're wearing hazmat suits. Why?
Damn.
It just makes you wonder. So so mushrooms, just be careful with unearned wisdom. What I mean is that, a good thing at the wrong time can be a bad thing, which means, a lot of people aren't ready for certain things because they lack substance internally. They got a lot of fixing to do. Mushrooms will present you truths, but they will also present to you lies. So you just have to be careful and understand that, you just have to be once again, what is the word that I used? Intentional or in tune. And you just have to be careful with everything. You just have to be paying attention. And just because you receive a data set or a piece of information doesn't mean it's necessarily true. You got to vet it. You got to be careful.
Question for Nate. Is a bulk/cut cycle most optimal for strength and muscle, or maintenance with high protein and progressive overload?
Oh, that's a great question. So it depends. On a bulk cycle, I would actually have to see your body to tell you whether that's the most optimal for you. But hypothetically speaking, let's say you are in a current state to be bulking. I'd be focusing on building 2 to 3 pounds of lean muscle mass every month. Why? Because I tend to see a lot of men that use dirty bulking as a justification for their bad eating habits.
Oh, I'm just bulking, bro.
Oh, I'm just bulking. And they get away with that subconsciously and with their peers. So I think,
But a lot of them feel like shit internally,
Yeah,
dude. I remember when I used to like be super big. I was like 179. It was the best I was, dude. I was eating 7 meals a day. I just wasn't fucking feeling good. I always felt bloated. I had all pimples on my face, all pimples on my back. Like I didn't feel good. And yeah, people were like, "Damn, you look jacked." And it was good for my ego. Like I didn't feel good, dude. Like I was out here, like I had diarrhea all the time. I was out here eating pasta every single day, pizza every single day, trying to hit my caloric intake so I could bulk. And I was just like, damn, bro, like, is this what it's supposed to feel like to be healthy? And it wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But one more thing, oh, never mind. It's all good.
No, go ahead.
No, I need to read the question.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's all good.
I was like,
I just wanted to finish it for him since he tipped.
There you
go. Maintenance with high protein or progressive overload. Perfect. So what I would do would be the following. I would do high intake of protein, but I feel like right now in the industry, a lot of people are saying we consume a lot more than we actually do. So people tend to overload on protein and then deaminate it, which basically is wasting money. So I would keep it pound per pound. So I would do 1 gram of protein per pound. I think that's pretty healthy. And then progressive overload, a perfect example of incorporating that in your workout is if you don't have a spotting buddy that can help you with those last few reps, that's when you actually grow. So when you push that pain barrier, what I like to do is a term I call progressive overload. So what I do is I'm doing push-ups, for say, and I'm doing decline push-ups and I'm pushing myself, right? Boom, boom, boom. I don't have somebody who's going to spot me. So what I do next, I go to regular push-ups and I give it my best. Boom, boom, boom. And what I do after I'm finished with that, I go to girl push-ups. Dude, you'll see me, bro, with shredded as fuck in the gym doing girl push-ups in front of guys benching 500 pounds and I look 20 times better than they do. I don't care. It's how do you get there? Most people are focused on flexing. When a guy asks me, he's like, "Hey, how much do you bench?" I'm like, bro, that's the wrong
Doesn't matter.
question. It does not matter.
Right.
Yeah. So incorporate progressive overload and protein. Yeah.
Something that I recommend because I see a lot of people, whether successful or unsuccessful, I see a lot of people unhappy. They live in a state of unhappiness. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be happy at all times of the day. That's not a realistic status.
It's not possible.
But I'm talking about a state of depression, right? Where you are in a depressed state.
Where you're paralyzed.
Where you can't move, right? Where you wake up, it doesn't matter how much money you make, you still don't feel good about yourself. You look at yourself and feel like you're a piece of shit. So what you need to do is you need to develop antidepressant behaviors.
Not medicine.
You need to develop, listen, guys. Listen to me, okay? Because it's going to happen in your life when you make money, when you make the bag. I'm going to level with you guys here, okay? You need to create antidepressant behaviors, things that are going to allow you to live in an anti-depressed state, right? Because that's how you're living. People call it happiness, but it's a state which is completely against, an antagonist to depression. So what are those? Sunlight. Go get some sunlight. Eat organic whole foods. Drink clean spring water. Don't listen to music that is manipulating your emotions and your feelings. Don't spend time with relationships that are knocking you down and calling you a loser and out here desiring you to lose. What else? What is another antidepressant behavior? Don't consume processed sugars, right? Don't be out here smoking weed 24/7, which is known to be a depressant. Right? Have small goals, whether big or small, that you know you can hit, like going to the gym. I don't care who you are, where you're from. I don't care unless you're paralyzed and you can't leave because nobody can push you. You have the ability to exercise, right? So you need to create antidepressant behaviors because the reason you are where you are today is because of the decisions that you're making and the decisions that you've made. So if you want a different life, you need to make different decisions. There is nothing more beautiful than living with money and being happy. I didn't say money making you happy. I said living with money because it's a relationship, right, that you have with money and being happy. It's not that money creates happiness, is that you live in a state of bliss and that you get to enjoy the resource. I know so many people with money and their life is a mess. Their life is a disorder. Their life is chaos. They are not happy. There's people that have money that despise their money. They hate it. You do not want to be that guy. You do not want to be that woman. Create antidepressant behaviors in your life because you are in charge. The world is yours for the taking, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in you. We believe in you. And it's time to win. 2023, 2022. Let's fucking run it. It's ours.
Don DeMarco for Luke for that great speech, man. Shout out to you, bro, for that. That was a W. Love that. Angelos, to your last name, I don't know how to say that, bro. I'm just gonna say it. Angelos. Luke, you're a beauty. I'm 19 from Canada, made almost 8 figures last year. I want to leave, but don't know how to store my money overseas. I only have a Canadian and Greek citizenship.
Perfect. So you've done almost 8 figures, and you should come to the Capital Club Phuket Mastermind in Thailand, December 12th to 16. I am going to be looking for your name, Angelos, in my DMs on Instagram, and I'll get you plugged. We're always looking for high quality people. I'm going to convince Fresh to get his ass over there as well. So
I'm going to try.
If you are a 7-8 figure entrepreneur and you're trying to level up and you resonate with our shit, I look forward to a DM, and you can see if Capital Club is for you, because we're fucking going to the moon with or without you.